There's no need to complicate things. Let's do it, let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want, let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We dance on the same wavelength. This feels like a new beginning. We both know what we want, let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So won't you let me trip, trip, trip with you? Leaning on fire.
Hi guys, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of AJAWI TV, where we discuss architectural and construction related topics. I'm your host, I'm AJAWI, and for today I have a very interactive session for you guys. Those that join, those that come here with me, I think you will be able to get a lot out of this session, right? Because I'm going to share with you a little secret, right? How you can do your project as a homeowner, as somebody who doesn't have experience doing construction. I'm going to share with you how you can do your project, follow along with ease, right? With ease, and you can set it up at your home by yourself. You don't need nobody to do it for you. You can do it yourself, right? But there are certain conditions that comes with it, right? This is just my my little 2 cents. You don't have to take it, you don't have to run with it, but I believe really and truly that it will help you a lot. All right, so as you come in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I make videos just like this one. And for this session, I'm going to ask you from time to time to just fill out a survey for me. It helps me to help you, so at the end of the day I can come up with more ideas like this so that you can do your projects, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple minutes until people come in the building, guys. I just want to thank those that are here already. So Safi Anderson, big up yourself. You're there, you're the first one in the building. I want to big you up. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna post the link in the chat now. So you can take say 2 minutes and do the survey for me. I'm going to be here. I'm just setting up. I'm gonna share screen, and then in the meantime you can do the survey for me. All right. So you're gonna see me moving around the screen. If you're not hearing me, tell me, because this session will be a bit interactive. All right. This session will be a little bit interactive, so bear with me. If you have a piece of pen or paper, take it out. Now is the time for that. You've been asking for it. A lot of people ask me, "Yo, how can I do my construction?" This is how you do it. For this video, I'm going to show you how you follow along with your project team, with your bill of quantities. All right. So take that few minutes. I'm gonna paste the link in the chat now. Just copy it, paste it, and just fill out that survey for me. All right. Alright guys, so I just paste the link in the chat so that you can follow along. Alright, so if you have Excel, this is Excel that you're looking at. This is actually Google Docs, right? Now, when you're doing construction, right? When you're doing construction, you should really have a budget in place, right? It is important that you have a budget. And what is your budget? The budget is your bill of quantities, right? You should have a budget, you should have a completed drawing, approved drawing, and you need to have a contract in place, right? Given that you have your budget, which is your bill of quantities, right, and you have a contract in place and you have your drawing, you're now ready for this step. But you as the homeowner, you don't really understand the bill of quantities. My view is that most times homeowners take their bill of quantities and put it down. Them not understand it. As a homeowner, you can't follow along with the bill of quantities, right? Because there's a lot of information in it, and I believe it's just overwhelming for you as a client. If you agree, just comment. If not, you can also comment and disagree with me. All right? Construction scares me. Ah, wow, Safi. Well, with this method that I'm going to show you now, it's going to help you a lot, right? And this, I came up with this as a result of my experience, right? I experienced something with construction and with contractors, and as a result I decided to do this, and I'm sharing it with you guys. All right, now if you see me looking away from the screen, I'm actually looking at my screen over here and moving things around. All right, so yes, this will help you to manage that process and to really give you that little edge to track things, because the bill of quantities will have a lot of information. You should understand a little bit about it, but at the end of the day, I know you won't understand everything. All right, so the notion is you have your approved drawing, you done approve the drawing already, you did your tender, you did your bill of quantities and tender, and you selected a contractor, right? You issued a contract, and now you're at the point where construction is about to start. What do you do at that point? What I'm saying is, my view is you should do a budget, right? You can go into Excel, you can go into Google Sheets and set this up. This right here, you can set it up for yourself, right? So let me just share that a little bit more. So this is Google Sheets. They have a monthly budget in it, right? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to get rid of some of these cells and you're going to rename some of these, right? And that will help you to kind of plan, right? Kind of plan what is going on, and you're going to be able to see exactly how your project is progressing. From this that we're going to set up right now, you're going to be able to see how your project is progressing, how much money you spent so far, how far along your project should be, how close to completion you should be based on how much money is being claimed on your project, right? This is dollar related, right? Money related. All right, so you went to Excel, you saw all of these, and you say, all right, you see transaction down here. So each time you make a payment, you're gonna add the transaction, and that's going to automatically calculate for you how far along you are with your project. All right, so let's go. I've already done it. I've already set it up here, right? I've set it up here. So if I was to say the budget, the starting budget is 20 million, I'm getting $20 million from the bank, right? I got a bank, I'm a borrow. Or when the person came to AJAWI, they say, hey, I have a budget of $20 million and I want to yeah, so I have a project and I have $20 million and I want to build my home, right? And AJAWI said, okay, we'll design your home, make sure it is within that $20 million range. We also went to the quantity surveyor, spoke to the quantity surveyor, and he made sure that that budget that we're building within is $20 million, right? Additionally, we did the tendering process and we selected a contractor. The contractor bidded and he bid $20 million, right? Ideal world we're talking about, right? Ideal world, right? So we now say John Brown, Mr. John Brown, we set up a project schedule or a project budget for the project, right? John Brown project, and this is the budget, right? We got $20 million from the bank, so we put here starting balance. Let me show you the one before. So this was saying starting balance $1,000, right? This is already set up for you in Excel, right? Let me see if I can move this thing over to there you go. There we go. I'm being hidden by the AJAWI sign, but that's okay. I'm AJAWI, so it's branding me, right? It's branding me, so that's okay. All right, so we decide, say, all right, we don't want all of these transactions in here, so we're going to delete some of them, right? So we delete some of them, and we now have just a few. So we set up the main building. So this is the building, the building that we are constructing, and also there are exterior works happening within the project, right? Exterior works are there. So we have the main building and we have exterior works. Exterior works can include, say, driveway, plants, say you have a septic tank on the site, you have a reed bed, you have a chain link fence, all of these things, everything outside of the building, we are considering it as exterior works. All right, I hope you're following me. Hit the like button if you're following me so far. Comment in the comment section if you're following me so far, right? I'm not going to just sit here and talk to you guys and nothing, and I'm not getting any feedback from you. If you're not giving me any feedback, can't help you. If you're not following, can't help you. All right, and don't text me asking me what I said in this video. I'm not going to answer it. I'm just telling you straight, I'm not going to answer it. All right, so if you're not here, I'm sorry, you should have been here. All right, these are for the people who actually come and say you're right. All right, so let's see. So enough people save up their money. Yeah, so all transactions should be made to the bank account so that they are recorded. Yes, I agree with that. You want to make sure that there's a paper trail for whatever is happening. All right, so you know exactly how much money you're spending on the project. All right, again, let me just paste that in the chat again. Take this survey for me. I really would appreciate it. I just pasted it in the chat again. It would really help me for my school. I'm working on a project at school, which also helps the AJAWI group, right? All right, so we decided that we wanted exterior work on the main building, and for this project budget, it is $20 million. This is the project budget. I entered the project budget here, right? So before, it just said starting balance, right? So I just clear that and put in the $20 million. This is a starting balance. That's what you're getting from the bank. All right, you're getting that from the bank. Now, so we'll go down here now. The main building, we have an estimated budget for the main building. So once the quantity surveyor goes through, he calculates all the things that should be for the building, for the main building, right? The main building. So that could include finishes, that could include plumbing work, plumbing work on the inside, anything that has to do with painting, tiling, knocking down of walls, you name it, whatever is happening within the building, you're going to be putting it in this area, right? So we have an overall budget of $15 million for the main building, right? We also have exterior works to be done, and we say we want it to be $5 million based on the quantity surveyor's calculations. It's going to be $5 million. All right, so we entered it here. I will also have expenses and income, right? So the expenses for the project, we have a total of $20 million. Here it is, right? $20 million. The income for the project would have been what the bank loaned to you, right? Which is $20 million. All right, bank gave you $20 million to build your home. Additionally, you may have money coming in otherwise. So maybe you have personal savings, maybe you have maybe a part of your salary you're going to put towards the project in whatever way, and additional loan from the bank. I just set that there just in case the person wants to, put additional money towards the project. We also have unplanned investments as an income towards the project, right? So you're getting an additional unplanned money coming in to the project, right? And then you have other and custom category, right? And we say for this here, we get an additional well, let's get rid of this one. It's not supposed to be there. All right, so we say, hold on. All right, so we have $20 million over here. Up here we have, it's zero now. We haven't spent anything on the project, right? You start the project. There's also another page in this document, right? So you have income and you have expenses. Income is whatever you're getting into the project. Any additional money that's coming in, you put it in that section, right? Expenses, whatever you're spending from the project, you record it there, right? So the first payment certificate number 1, we're adding that, right? So certificate number 1, and we are saying that this is actually the mobilization for the project, right? And we're giving the contractor $2 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? $2 million. It's a mobilization, right? And we are going to record the date that we give that money to the contractor. The date is, what date is today? 26. So we're saying the 26th of the 6th, 26 6 2022, right? Or the number the other way around, 6/26, right? So we're saying that it's the 6th month, it's the 26th of the month, and it's 2020. We recorded that that's the date that we gave this contractor $2 million, right? The contractor is supposed to use this money to start the project, right? Let's go back to our summary. According to the summary, okay, so we need to select the area of the project that it will go into, right? The contractor will start the project by doing exterior works. So he will do hoarding, secure the site. So that's going to be considered as exterior work to some extent, right? So we say exterior work. Let's put it towards that particular aspect of the budget, right? May not be all of it, but we know that he's going to be focusing on securing the site first, right? So we say we gave him $2 million. Look at this. This is saying that it is 10%, right? 10%. We gave him 10% of the total budget, which leaves in the budget $18 million, right? Right then and there, as the homeowner, you now know that on the 26th of the 6th, 2022, you gave the contractor $2 million. It was certificate number 1, and it was, the purpose for that was mobilization, and you allocated that to the exterior works, right? You allocated that to the exterior works. So you're going along, right? You're able to see that out of the exterior works budget, you have $3 million left within that budget. As a homeowner, you don't know anything about bill of quantities, and you're not able to follow along with the bill of quantities. So you now are saying you have this very simple budget. you know exactly what is going on in that budget, and you know when you spend the money, right? So from here you can see that you have spent the $2 million. That's 10% of your budget, right? And you know the date, you know where it is coming from, exterior works, and you have the main building to be constructed, right? So the contractor starts to work, right? And on, let's say, the 8th month, on the 26th, 2022, he submitted a bill for $4 million, right? That's certificate number 2. So we're just entering that certificate number 2, and you're saying main building construction, or you can say, all right, foundation, or let's not say that, let's say substructure works, right? We have substructure works at this point, and then we're going to say this allocation is according to the main building, or is towards the main building, because that's what they are working on right now. All right, so you say main building. All right, so now you just paid out $4 million. You know that on the 8th of the 26th, 2022, you paid out $4 million towards the project, right? But within that month, you get you say, boy, you're going to allocate a part of your salary towards the project, right? You can, if you want, say you're adding another $1 million. Another $1 million came to you, right? Another $1 million came to you unexpectedly, and you're going to say, it's a personal saving, unexpected investment, or additional loan from a, let's say, salary. Well, who gets $1 million? Well, there are people who get that much. So it's a personal savings, right? And that came in on the let's see, 2022, and you're saying it came in on the 8th month, and you're saying it's the 10th day, right? You got an additional $1 million. I hope you're following, right? Your project budget now, you're going to say, all right, you got an additional $1 million. This additional $1 million in the budget, no. But we have a starting balance of 20 million. That doesn't affect that 20 million. All right. So if we look over here now, we have spent $2 million, and we have spent $4 million. $4 million from the main building, and $2 million from the exterior works, right? So that's saying that you have spent a total of $5 million on the project, which means that you have a remainder of $15 million, right? You have a remainder of $15 million in your project. You can even change this to remain in balance, or you can just set balance, right? You can just set balance. So you start with that, and you're now at $15 million left in the project, and you have expended $5 million so far, and what you're saying is that you are at 25% of the project being completed, and you can continue to go down, right? You can continue. So the next certificate is another $4 million, and you say superstructure, right? Main building, and you put a date when this happened. So you said 12 of the let's say the 12 first 2022, right? And you said that's what you paid out. If you go over here back to summary again, you're gonna see that you have now expended $8 million, so therefore you have $7 million left in the budget for the project. All right, and if you look up here, you see this is actually, you see this is moving, right? When we started out, this wasn't moving, but you can see now that you're 45% of the way. So you have a basic understanding of what's going on. This is also moving, right? This is moving as well because we got an additional $1 million, but we haven't allocated it yet where it should go to. We have spent $9 million in the project. We have 45% of the project money left. Let's see. Yeah, and that's the overall you know, of what is happening for the project. So basically, this is a layman, this is a little layman let us say recording process, or this is a way for you as a little person who has no project management training, you have no background in construction. You can set this up, follow your project along, and be able to track and give an account for things that happen. So at the end of the day, your contractor, you will be able to know the exact date that you paid the contractor, what was that dollar value, what is it for, and what was it supposed to be towards, right? Of course, there are other things that will be happening, but at the end of the day, you know exactly, as the homeowner, what is happening for your project. You know how much is left in your budget. So something come up, a wall is supposed to be moved, right? You went to the house and you didn't really like what's happening, and you didn't really like an area, so you wanted a room bigger, right? You've already expended money to build the wall already, so now you have to knock it down and actually reconstruct it. There will be a variation for that, right? Variation. So the contractor tell you, say, hey, you know, this is going to cost X amount of money more, and you ask him to, hey, just send in a variation certificate, and you say, okay, claim, or you say certificate number 4, because that's 3, so this is supposed to be 3 up here. This one is number 4, right? And you say variation, and you put it to you allocate it to variation, because we have set up a cell for variation, right? So we have variation there, and then we put in say the variation is $1 million, right? $1 million, and then we carry this down and record the date, right? We have an additional $1 million. If you look around here, you see variation $1 million. Now I can take this unexpected income from salary, from personal savings, and put it here as $1 million. Right? That's $1 million. So we now know that we have spent $10 million. That's supposed to be 50% of the project. But there's a variation of an additional $1 million, and that has to be accounted for somewhere. Alright? So we would have to increase this and increase, so we'd have to add an additional $1 million to this, so plus 1 million. Oh no, let's not do it that way. So it has said 21 million. Right? So we're at 48% of the project. We planned 21 because we have an additional $1 million coming in. Right? And it was an additional income that came in with that. So we know that the overall budget is now $2.1 million, and we actually expended that additional $1 million here, right, on variation for an item that we wanted. It wasn't a part of the contract in the first place. All right, so transaction continues, and you can now fill in the rest, right? As you go down, let's say we do that main building, exterior, main. We're just adding this now blindly. We're not. This is how some people would go about the project, but because we know that we have a budget, we're just entering it. We're not paying attention to the other sheet now, right? And we're adding all of this. When we go back to the budget, so when we go back around here, we now realize, wow, we expended $14 million. We have $7 million in the budget left. Where did we allocate it? 10 million went to the main building, 4 million went to the exterior works, and 1 million went to the variation, right? Let us put in a big number now. Let's say we spent on the finishes. The finishes came to, we got a quote for the finishes for $15 million. No, not 15. Let's say $8 million. In the middle of the project, we get that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And we say main building, and we put in a date, right? Put in a date. Of course, the certificate, you record what the certificates are. Now let's go back to the summary. Are we over budget or are we still in budget? We are now at 22 million. We went over budget, right? And down here, we are seeing where the main building is going over budget by $3 million, right? And we have $1 million left in the exterior works budget. So then we would have to either find that where we can get that additional $3 million for the main building, or we then relook at that, as in adjust our wants. Now if you look up here, you notice that all of this is gone. We had some indication of what's left in the budget before, right? All of that is gone, and if you look here, it actually showing that we are exceeding the budget. See, we're exceeding the budget, so we can't do that. We want to get back within the budget, right? So we need to somehow reduce this, and we know that, okay, we have $6 million left, and the finishes must come in within that, right? Finishes must come in within that $6 million. Let's go back to check if it's okay. All right, we're in line with the budget. 21 million, 21 million, 21 million. This went over. Let's see. But this is saying that this is $1 million over budget for this, for the main building, and for the exterior works we still need to do the exterior works, so we couldn't get that. So we'll have to reduce this finishes to $5 million in order to get what we need for the project. So we've got to 5 million, right? The budget must come in within that 5 million, and then we say we have $1 million left to do probably landscaping. We'll probably have a little cleanup for do. I will put this to exterior works. Just to finish off the site, close off and hand over to the client. So now we have we spent $21 million. We started with $21 million. We have somewhere that something went wrong, so we need to find out what. Oh, here. So this was an additional. So the starting balance, it is showing you that additional $1 million came within the project. So this is why this is there, right? So yeah, you can actually track the project. You can track your project accordingly, right? You can track your project accordingly. 21 million, 0 personal savings, 1 million, right? And you're tracking your project. You're done, right? You expended 21 million. You came in with 21 million. So therefore, there you go. So you as a layman, as a homeowner, as somebody who is doing construction, you can follow along with your project, right? You can follow along with your project and make sure that you actually get your project done within budget, right? I hope this helped you, right? I hope this helped you. This is just my way of helping you guys. So make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. This, again, I'm saying to you, this is just a layman way to follow it, right? Every time you spend something on your project, you're supposed to record it as the homeowner, right? You record it, you know how much that budget will be, and each time you take out of that budget, record it, date it, tell what it is for, so that you stay within the budget. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for liking. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, again, take the survey. I'm asking if you can take the survey. I just pasted in the chat again. I'm gonna paste it down below in the comment section after this video so that you can take the survey. You'll help me out a lot. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, and I'll see you next time.